Okay, so today we're going to review how to count fractional parts. Again, today we're going to review how to count fractional parts. So right now I have a complete whole because I have not partitioned it. So one whole. Okay. Now I'm going to have two halves, which makes one whole. So right now, if I partition it, I have one half. When I have two halves. So again, right now I have two halves, which equals the same as one whole. Okay? So two halves always makes a whole. One half, two halves, one whole. Okay? So if you can get a piece of bread, partition in half, or a tortilla. And you can do this one with me. Okay? Now, another fraction that we do in second grade is when we have fourths. So I'm going to partition my fourths. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. When I have 4/4, again, I made a whole. Yeah, and that's perfect. Okay? So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. 4/4 makes a one whole. Again, you could get another tortilla and partition it in fourths. Okay? The other fraction that we see a lot in second grade will be hopefully you remember, when I partition it in eighths. So I'm going to have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8. And when I have the 8/8, again, I made a one whole. Okay? So if you get a third tortilla, you can partition it into eighths. Or a piece of bread, but it will be like a square. Okay? So I had the 8/8. Now I'm going to show you a little bit something different. Okay? If I have three parts, it will be called thirds. You don't have to do them in second, but it's nice to see a pattern. So I have 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3 makes a whole. Not a pattern, right? But we don't do that one. So you don't have to do that one unless you want to. Another one that we might see are called sixths. 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6. And the reason why they call six is because I have 6 equal parts. That's a nice pattern, right? 6 equal parts. Okay? Right now, I'm going to go over the wording. So I could go over the wording one whole. This is one whole. So hopefully you get to see it. I know it's kind of bright. Okay? So once I'm done with the one whole, I erase it. Then I have two halves. Two halves. But when I have one, it's called one half with the F. And that's where some of my students actually noticed that irregular word. Okay? So I have 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 2 halves, which makes one whole. So now I'm going to go back to that one. I have one whole circle and 1/2. So I'm going to move it over here. 1/2. Now I wrote it in word form. Okay? So that's what I have. Now I'm going to work with the fourths. Let's say I have fourths and I have this other circle. So I have two whole circles right now. But I'm only going to part that one. So this one is a whole. I can still partition in fourths. Alright? Because I have 4 fourths. But I'm leaving it as one whole because everything's shaded. Nothing is partitioned. It's one whole, right? But this one has, I could put that, 3 fourths because I'm working with fourths. Some of you like to start with a strategy. You're pretty good. I also have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, 7/4. 7 fourths. And that's something that we used to do in class, right? We count the pieces. But we're going to do it virtually with a video. Okay? So I'm going to erase it. I'm going to go ahead and erase this part. So that was an example. Now I'm going to work with some of my eighths. Okay? So again, I have 8 eighths because I have 8 equal pieces in one of the holes. So if I have this one in eighths, I'm going to partition this one in eighths as well. That has to be the pattern. If one of them is eighths, the other one has to be eighths. Okay? Now when you go to fifth grade, it's going to change. So right now I have 16 eighths because I have 8 plus 8, 16. But I'm going to get rid of 2 eighths. So I can count all my eighths. 8 eighths, 9 eighths, 10 eighths, 11 eighths, 12 eighths, 13 eighths, 14 eighths. So I have 14 eighths. Or, I'm going to flip it. 1 whole and 1 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 eighths. Okay. So right now, all I'm doing in the video is practicing counting and modeling what I have with my hole. So you can do it with tortillas. And then I'm gonna try to make that little activity. If you have tortillas, make sure you have them ready by Friday, okay? Tortillas, flour tortillas, corn tortillas, something circle that you can partition quickly, okay? Thank you. Hopefully this was a nice video that helped you review how to count fractions and how that whole is completely filled in, but I can still count them. Okay? Thank you.